Hi, first grade. It's me, and guess who? Who's this? Does anybody remember? Yeah, it's our buddy Rashid. He's the one that helps us with all of our phonics learning. And I came down to work today and was getting ready to share my lessons with you. And Rashid told me that he had a bit of a problem last night. Well, what kind of problem? Because you're in my basement. I mean, there's really not too much you can get into down here. And he told me that something big had happened. And then I looked around and I saw what had happened. And so I didn't get a chance to take any pictures, but I kind of recreated what I saw. So I want you to take a look for just a moment. Oops. At what I saw. So here's my buddy Rashid, right? We know him. We've looked at his name. We've studied it. But when I looked at his name, the little nameplate that he keeps by him, I noticed that two of the letters were totally covered up. Like someone had come by and just like chomped them out. Isn't that strange? I thought that was so strange. And Rashid here thought it was pretty strange too, right, Rashid? Yeah, we couldn't figure out what was going on. But then he told me it wasn't just his name, that there were other problems, other things that had been chomped out. And so I keep some supplies down here. I keep my markers and my pens and my stapler, my scissors, just glue, kind of school things. And I keep labels on them because, I like them to be organized and nice and neat. And when I looked at them, I noticed that the same thing that had happened to Rashid's name had happened to my supplies. So this is a picture of my bottle of glue. And I have a little label there that says glue, but some of the letters had been chomped out. Same with my stapler. I have a label there for my stapler, and someone had chomped out the letters to stapler too. And then my crayons. I have a little label for my box of crayons that the letters were chomped out, and we were so confused about what was going on. But then Rashid told me. He said, Mrs. Arbini, I bet I have an idea. Someone left a note. And I said, Rashid, no one left a note. No one came to our basement and left a note. He's like, no, they did. They did. And so I found the note and I typed up a little copy for you here. It says, let me see if I can move that around. Hey, first grade, you are forgetting about us. We want to be included too. Love, blends, and digraphs. Blends and digraphs. Do any of you remember learning about blends and digraphs in kindergarten? Usually two letters that went together to make a new sound or two new sounds. Well, we're going to take a look at those today. So I chose a name that I thought that we could study today, and that name is Stephanie. Some of you may have had Mrs. Toppins as a teacher last year. Her first name is Stephanie, and I thought that would be a really good one to study. And we know how to study a name, right? We know how to read it. We would say Stephanie. We know how to clap it, Stephanie, or stomp it, Stephanie, or snap it, Stephanie. We know how to name the letters, so let's do that together. S-T-E-P-H-A-N-I-E. We know how to do that. We know how to study it closely. We know how to use the sounds. And because I know that you did this in kindergarten last year, I know that you know to use short vowel power. But I think in these names, the vowels are kind of getting all the fun right now, and the blends and digraphs are like, what about us? So let's take a look at Stephanie's name. This is our blends and digraph chart. And so we're going to look at Stephanie's name and see what blends and digraphs we might see, because that's part of studying a name, is looking for those new and important parts. So when I say Stephanie, that first part is st, st. There are two letters that go together to make a new sound, st. And I look at my blends and digraphs chart and I notice st, st. Stephanie starts like st, 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 star. Isn't that interesting? So we have a blend right here. Stephanie. And as I'm looking through the name, I also see a digraph. This P and H that go together to make the f sound. I wonder if this P and H are on our blends and digraphs chart. What do you know? What do I see right here? That's a phone. A phone has a PH digraph just like Stephanie. Pretty cool. Let's take a look at another name that I pulled. This is the name Trish. Can you say that with me? Trish. So we're going to go through all of the steps of studying Trish's name. The first thing we're going to do is read it. So let's do that together. Trish. Next, we're going to clap the syllables. Trish. Stomp them. Trish. Snap them. Trish. Now we're going to name the letters. T, R, I, S, H. We're going to study it really closely. What do you notice in the name Trish? It's got a capital letter at the beginning. There's two tall letters, T and H. That's exactly right. How about the sounds in the word? Yeah, we've got that T sound at the beginning. And notice the vowels. There's only one vowel in Trisha's name. Does it have short vowel power? Tr-ish. Tr-ish. That's right. It does have short vowel power. It's a short I. But now we also, as first graders, need to notice the blends and digraphs in Trish. So let me pull that up for you. Tr-ish. Let's just take the beginning. Tr. Does anyone see a blend or digraph that starts like Trish's name? I'm going to give you a second to look on your own. Remember, we're looking for that tr sound. Did you say tree? I did. Trish and tree both have that TR sound at the beginning. Excellent. How about the ending of Trish's name? Shh. That's kind of like in Rashid's name, right? Rashid and Trish both have the SH digraph in their name. So where do you think we could find that on our blends and digraphs chart? Something that makes the sh sound. I'm going to give you a second to look. Did you find it? Did you? Ship. Ship and Trish both have that sh sound. Excellent work. So over the next week, we're going to be working super hard on blends and digraphs. So your job now is to find your list of names that you made last week, the week before, and I want you to study them to see if you can find any blends or digraphs. Have a great day.